Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. It's our second watch-along of the afternoon and it is, as you know, the big game of the day. It is Chelsea against Liverpool at Anfield, and it's a massive game. And I tell you what, I'm so glad I didn't do a 3 o'clock show because Craig's done me up again. He's done me again. He's got Everton right, 2-0. I went with 1-1. He's got Villa right. No, he didn't get that one right, actually. We both went with a win and it was a draw. He's also got Norwich against Leicester right. He went 2-1. I went 3-1. And then I had Newcastle to win 2-1 and they concede a last-minute penalty. So I've had a bloody nightmare on the predictions. He's going to pull further away here over the international break. I don't think I've done particularly one on the Fantasy Premier League as well, to be honest with you. But, you know, I took Tony out and he bloody scored after 7 minutes. So there you go. But look, how are we all doing? Hope you're all doing very, very well. We're going to go through the team news. This is a massive game today. Solihull Moors drew as well. Bloody winning with 10 minutes to go. And I said, we don't let this slip, and they equalise within a minute. I'm just not going to tweet when we're in front anymore. But look, hope everyone's doing well. Massive game. Really looking forward to this one. Hope you all are as well. It's going to be I think it's going to be a very interesting game, this one. I don't know whether it's going to be a classic. I can't guarantee you that, but I can give you the team news. Alisson in goal, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson. So Robertson's back, which is interesting because the lad who stood in for him was doing very well, but I didn't realise Robertson was back. So that's good for Liverpool. Strong back five. Elliott, Henderson and Fabinho in the midfield, and Salah, Firmino and Mane. So very much Liverpool's strongest team, although Elliott starting. I don't know what people think about that, but on the bench is Keita, Oxlade-Chamberlain, Jota, Minamino, Thiago. So he's benching a lot of good players that could have played there. As for Chelsea, Mendy in goal, Azpilicueta, Christensen and Rudiger, James and Alonso as the wing-backs, Jorginho and Kante holding the midfield, no place for Kovacic, Mount, Havertz and Lukaku, Kovacic on the bench, Werner on the bench, and who else is on the bench that you might be surprised about? I suppose Ziyech, Chilwell, Thiago Silva's on the bench again. So, I mean, it just shows you the quality of the bench that Chelsea have. And I do agree with Kante starting this game because you're playing at Anfield in front of a crowd. Kante's going to be that man, isn't he? If he could have any player ever who never played for United in their prime to play for United, who would it be? Says Carl Austin. Well, I'll have to think about that, mate. I'll have to have a think about that one. Probably, I suppose Messi would be nice to see in the Premier League, wouldn't he? And why not see him at Manchester United, I suppose? FaZe, you can have a shout out, yes. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Bottom right hand corner. Vanarama National League today, 1-1. Did Wrexham 1-2-0? Arseholes. Notts County drew. Southend playing Stockport now. Both those teams could go up. So, yeah, a little bit disappointed with the Solihull Moors result today. I've gone with a Chelsea win 2-1. And Craig has gone with a Liverpool win 2-1. But, you know, look, at the end of the day, it's early days in the season. I mean, West Ham, a bit I'm not disappointed, but a bit surprised with West Ham. They could have been sat at the top of the league with 9 points. And they drop... did you comment on Rovers chat? What's that, Brad? I don't know what that's all about. I'd like a draw today. I'm going to predict a win for Chelsea, 2-1. But I'd love a draw today in relation to any title aspirations I have as a United fan. Why not? It's early days. I don't think it will be a draw. No, I do think we'll get a winner today, and I think that it will. I think it's tough. I think they're very, very equally matched teams. I think a year ago that you might have had a different scoreline, but Chelsea have come on so much under Tuchel, and I think that they're a better team. They're the Champions League, obviously Champions League holders at the moment. Liverpool are certainly bouncing back, and I think for both teams it's a fantastic win to go into the international break with, because if Liverpool win, a lot of Liverpool fans not happy with the lack of transfers, but they win the game. They've still got a lot of the players that won the title last time, and I think Liverpool have looked at last season and basically said the bonus was getting Champions League, but we had a bad season, and I think this season they're back motivated, and they certainly know how to win a game, and I think that that's what Liverpool are doing at the moment. They're taking each game as it comes, as is the cliche, but they're taking each game as it comes and looking to get 3 points. And if they get 3 points today, it's a very strong start to the season for them, isn't it? So let's see what happens. For Chelsea, they'll have been to the Emirates and Anfield and won, which is a very good start as well. So yeah, I'd like to see a draw, and a draw might not be a terrible result for either side, but if they can get a win, I think it's a very, very big win for both sides. Klopp starting Elliott over Thiago or Keita or Chamberlain is a risk, says Curry. I don't know, mate. I don't know, really. I mean, I don't follow Liverpool that in depth to know about that risk or know much about this Elliott guy, but, you know, tell me a little bit about him. Ronaldo is back, says the Royal Mail X. He may have broke my heart with the wink, but what a terrific bit of news for football. Can't wait for it, mate. Yep, can't wait for that. Mark, question, Rio or Maldini, says Stephen Lilly. You know what? It's a difficult question because Rio Ferdinand was a fantastic centre-back, a world-class centre-back, but I prefer Vidic to Rio. I'm in the minority. Vidic to me was just the definition of what a centre-back should be. I want my centre-back to go and win everything in the air. I mean, you look at what that Arsenal centre-back did when he went down holding his face. I mean, you know, whether it's a foul or not, don't go down and risk it not being a foul. And I just think Vidic was they were a brilliant pair, and I prefer Vidic to Rio just about. But in relation to Maldini or Vidic or Maldini or Rio, to me Maldini is the quintessential best centre back of my generation. He is the man, Maldini, for me. So I would say I would definitely say that I would go with Maldini, definitely. But I have an affection for Italian football, as people know. So there you go. In relation to the scores today and the way that the league is looking at the moment, I'll give you my thoughts on Arsenal in a moment, Max. Although I have pretty much given my thoughts on Arsenal already today. But I think that when you look at the Premier League table and you look at the scores today, Man City beating Arsenal 5-0 in the lunchtime game. Villa and Brentford is a surprise, and it's another good point for Brentford, that is. They've got 5 points from 3. They've not been beaten. I mean, I've got to applaud Brentford for their start. 3 goals, only 1 conceded, I think. So Brentford have had a very good start. Villa will be a bit disappointed with 4 points from 9. Everton, very good start for them. 2 away games as well. They've got 7 points. They'll be very pleased with that. Another clean sheet. Newcastle 2, Southampton 2. Well, at least both teams have got a point on the board. Well done to them for that. It's another point for Craig, the arsehole. Norwich 1, Leicester 2. A good win for Leicester. I mean, what have Leicester done this season? They've won 2. Got smashed by West Ham, but they got 6 points. They can't argue with that. I mean, they got smashed by West Ham. They're only a point behind West Ham because West Ham have got 7 points, having drawn 2-2 with Crystal Palace. So, the results have sort of started to, even out with those teams that are not expected to be the top 4 teams. West Ham should have won today if they want to really have aspirations of getting up high in the league again. But Everton are looking good under Benitez, I've got to say. Hi Mark, now that United and Chelsea have got their strikers, do you think Man City are now favourites for Haaland in 2022? Keep up the good work, says Ryle. Maybe. And what formation will Ollie... Well, they might go back in for Harry Kane, though. Ryle. What formation will Ollie use with Ronaldo? What about Cavani and Rashford's injury? I've done a video on this, Finn. It's actually on the United stand. I think it is anyway. I haven't even checked this afternoon, but it was scheduled to go in this afternoon. Let me have a quick look here. But yeah, it's basically a video about how Manchester United are going to not win. Sorry, I clicked the wrong thing there. Don't want to. What? Why have we got that on there then? Okay, I need to figure something out here. That's right. There we go. Lovely stuff. Yeah, how Ronaldo fits in at Manchester United. It's had nearly 100,000 views, so it's on the United stand. It's only a 10-minute video. If you want to check that one out, please do. That explains it. When will you announce Ronaldo on Driving with Goldbridge? Hey, mate, I'd love to do Driving with Goldbridge with Cristiano, but I'm not so sure that'll be easy to do. But I'd like to do it. Oh, yes, I would love to do it. Right. Who do you want to win, Liverpool or Chelsea? Neither. On any level, a draw is a great result for any team that's in the league at the moment. There's no team that doesn't want a draw. Even Arsenal wouldn't mind a draw because then they're only 7 points behind. So everybody wants this to be a draw apart from Chelsea or Liverpool fans who will individually want to win. So I think everybody would want to draw on this. Can I just say that we're only 20 subscribers away from 515,000. So 515,000, that's fantastic. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. Remember, that's Footballs for Everybody. And you can, get your words out. That's Footballs for Everybody. So make sure you subscribe. We're sponsoring our football team this season, Solihull Moors Women. I don't know whether they're playing today. They normally play tomorrow, actually. I didn't get anything through about that. But lots to get involved with the channel. Make sure you subscribe. Bottom right-hand corner. You're all very, very welcome. Do you think United can finish second even with Fred, says Denver? Your thoughts on Brandon Williams for Norwich today? I didn't watch it, Anch, so I'd be reliant on everybody else. I know where I've been this afternoon, feeling a bit sweaty because it's muggy weather. Been in the garden cutting that grass because when I did that Ronaldo celebration yesterday, everyone said your grass is too long. So I've been out there, not literally using Manscaped. I've used a lawnmower, but been trimming the grass to make the yard look bigger in the garden with a lawnmower. Can't believe Tom Cruise's car got stolen, says Aaron Hassan. And forget forget Van Dijk versus Lukaku, says it's Dan. Salah versus Alonso is where it would be won or lost. I tell you what, there are some interesting battles throughout the pitch. You know, you've got Fabinho and Henderson against Mount and Havertz. You've got, like you say, you've got Salah against Alonso. You've got Marne against Reece James, who looked fantastic last week. You've got Lukaku against Van Dijk and Matip. I think it's going to be a very interesting game, and I'm very much looking forward to it. I need to have a look at my fantasy Premier League team. There's a lot of interesting battles, Yannick. There really, really is a lot of interesting battles today. There's a battle ahead. Many battles are lost. So yeah, let's have a look at my points. Oh, I started Targay as well. Why did I start Targay? Blobby neck. I've got 2 points from Martinez. I've got 2 points from Targay. I've got 1 point from Kufal. I've got 8 points from your man, Damari Gray. That was good. Harvey Barnes gets me 2 points. He's been a waste of space. I've got Salah captain, and I've got Lukaku up front. I'm going to have a bad week. I already know I'm going to have a bad week because Damari Gray's not getting me any bonus points either. Oh, this is bloody rubbish. This is a bloody joke. This is a joke, I tell you. It's an absolute joke. Oh, Martinez has got... No, he hasn't. That's bloody typical. Martinez gets 14, but he's 4th place, so no bonus point for him either. Oh, you're having a bloody laugh. You're having a laugh. Fancy Premier League for me is a joke at the moment. I need a miracle. I need a bloody miracle. But it's a long old season. I could bounce back. I'm going to just build my team around Ronaldo. Mark, yesterday my brother, a City fan, was saying he was looking forward to ordering a Ronaldo shirt. Can you laugh at him and call him a prat, please? Ha 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 ha. What a prat. Shahid, thanks for the super chat. Your brother is a prat. Thanks for the super chat. Shahid's brother's a prat. Anyway, which North London team will finish higher, says Kaush. Well, you know, at the end of the day, Williams was trash today, apparently. I can't remember what I was going to say now. If Spurs beats... Who are Spurs playing tomorrow? Watford. If Spurs beat Watford tomorrow, they've got 9 points. Now, I expect Arsenal will come back. Arsenal, they really keep my depression quiet. Thanks, Arsenal and Arsenal fans, for giving us a laugh this opening season, says Red Baron. You know what? I know Arsenal have played today. And look, I'm not an Arsenal fan, so it doesn't really matter what I say because I don't have any rights really over an Arsenal fan to say anything. But I predicted when you lost to Brentford, you'd be bottom of the league with no points by the time the next international break kicks off. I'm not shocked that you lost to Man City today. I wasn't shocked that you lost to Chelsea. You were definitely going to lose to Man City because you had someone sent off. I don't really think Arsenal fans, actually, I'm just going to say this honestly, I don't know what they're moaning about. What, you know when you cut through all the noise, what are Arsenal fans moaning about? Well, we lost 5-0 to Man City, Mark. Oh, really? What did you think was going to happen then? Like, all right, it was poor defending and a poor red card, but you were going to lose anyway. And you were going to lose to Chelsea. So what are you moaning about? Like, your season really doesn't start until you play Norwich after the international break. You've got Norwich, Burnley, and then Spurs. Those games, if you lose 2 of those, fair enough, you probably need to change your manager. I don't think that you will. Your season starts when everyone else starts playing midweek football because of Champions League football, and you've got a whole week off. I thought for the first 8 minutes you were quite good against Man City, but your defence let you down. You need to get Ben White back, you need to get Gabriel back, and you need to sort your defence out. And I don't know why you kept Xhaka. I don't know whether that's on Arteta. I don't think it is. I think that was on Edu. But the reality is, I just find a lot of Arsenal fans who we have to listen to, a lot of Arsenal fans are intelligent, but the ones we have to listen to, God, they give your club a bad name. Arteta out. And they never mention Aubameyang, and they never mention Leno. They're like, you know what they are? Those public Arsenal fans. They're like Hollyoaks. And if Man City are like Tarantino and Liverpool are Scorsese, you know, Arsenal are the Hollyoaks producer. Like, it's just crap acting. It really is. And I don't even know if they're acting themselves. I don't know whether they know whether they're acting. But it's crap acting. You don't give us anything that you didn't give us 4 years ago. Wenger, Emery, Arteta. Have you ever actually looked in the mirror and thought your moaning might be the problem with your club? How many more managers? Even, as I said, Darren Bent even tweeted today, "Oh, Antonio Conte, please." This is a guy. This just shows you that not all footballers are intelligent, because you're just not looking at what's wrong with your football club at all. I know. Most of the people watching here know. Most of the rest of the world know. But all we ever hear from Arsenal fans, I mean, look, just get some Arsenal fan that we can all go, they get it. They actually get it. You're about 4 years away from where you need to be, even if you change your manager. Because your problem is the way your club's run, and your problem is the players don't care. Those players don't care. They didn't care under Wenger at the end, they didn't care under Emery, and they don't care under Arteta. So blaming your managers, I see the same problems with Arsenal that I saw with Emery, and they're not the same manager. And Emery's gone and won the bloody Europa League. Now, Arteta might not be the right man. I'm not saying he is. But thinking changing your manager changes everything at Arsenal is idiocy. Idiocy. What is that saying? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing again and again and again. And Arsenal fans do the same thing the public Arsenal fans do the same thing over and over again. Arteta, Emery, Wenger. It's not the manager. The manager may be a problem at some point, but your problem is you're paying 350 grand a week, I found out. He's on nearly 350 quid. He should be on 350 quid a week. 350 grand a week for Aubameyang. I wouldn't have paid him £3.50 for his performance today. He's meant to be the captain. He's meant to be the best player. I know they're down to 10 men, but put a bloody shift in. You know, start tracking in, put in some tackles. He's like the invisible man. I think Marvel will sign him up. You know, he used to wear the mask. He'll get a job. He will get a job as a bloody Marvel invisible man guy, because he's rubbish. Absolute rubbish. Leno, as I said, those wrists, what have you been doing in your teens? Weak wrists. You know, unbelievably poor. I think he's the German Jordan Pickford. I really do. The whole team, though. The whole team. But you expect more from certain players at Arsenal. And look, you can't just blame it on the manager, because I've seen the same players do it for Emery. I've seen this, and I've seen the same problem under Wenger as well. Bad players are chosen by the manager and put the trust them by the manager. You would be the same if United were like this with Ollie, says 58. No, I disagree with you, mate, but it's your club. You keep making the same mistakes. I ain't going to get stressed about what Arsenal do. I'm just saying, as an outsider, week in, week out, year in, year out, I see the same problem at Arsenal. Fans moaning about changing the manager. Very quickly they'll moan about the next manager. That team ain't good enough. The way the club's run isn't good enough, and there's a mentality in that club. And I said this about United the other day. If you've got a boss in any part of life that is not good enough, and their message is basically incompetence is okay, you'll have an incompetent team. You need strong leadership. Look at Chelsea. They know at that football club, if they don't win, they get the sack. The same at Man City. If you don't win, you don't get the sack. Is it any surprise that over the last 10 years, Chelsea and Man City have won the most league titles? Because they keep going. They keep changing things. And at Arsenal, it's just very lethargic the way it's run. I would agree with that about United as well. I mean, United are in a much better place than Arsenal. Arsenal wish they were United, but we still haven't won a title. I still think there's an issue in relation to the way that Manchester United are run. Good news for United. Delo is not leaving. We can focus on a midfielder. Arsenal fans need to stop blaming the gaffer and start blaming the players. I agree with you, Americado. And the Royal Mail X says it's Arsenal's effort levels and will to win that I think frustrates fans. I'm not an Arsenal fan per se, and it frustrates me. At least Man United have shown effort. Arsenal just rolled over. Got a feel for the real Arsenal fans. Yeah, and that's what I agree with Royal Mail X. You know, I watched them today. As I said on Twitter, I've seen more balls on a Barbie doll. You know, there's just no fight in that team, which you could aim at the manager if we hadn't seen the same thing under Emery with the same players. The same players do it time and time again. And, you know, they should be... You know what I really think? I think these public Arsenal fans are part of the problem because they always go after the manager and therefore they always give the players a free ride. So if you're an Arsenal player tonight, you're sat there, appalling performance, absolutely abysmal, but you're looking on social media and all you're seeing is, it's Arteta's fault. It's Arteta's fault. It's not my fault. It's not my fault. They need to kick up the arse. And the fans should be the one doing it. I've been at Old Trafford in the noughties. I've seen Ryan Giggs take somebody on 3 or 4 times and get the ball taken off him. And the fans have got on his back. Ryan Giggs, a legend. But the fans get on players' back when they're not performing for the shirt. I think there are some people at Arsenal who just like, oh, Aubameyang, he's a legend. He's this, that and the other. He can do no wrong. Well, if you're going to let players off for bad performances, you're going to get more bad performances. You have to make the players accountable if you care about your club. That shirt should mean something to those players and they should know that a bad performance is unacceptable, but the fans give them a free ride. Does Ronaldo take captaincy at United, says Harshid? I don't think so. You won't hear any Aubameyang slander because he messages them on Insta, says Ewan Black. I know he does. I know he does, mate. And he's not the only one who does it as well. There's a couple of other players that get a free ride because of who they message on Insta. Don't you worry about that. Certain goalkeeper. Anyway, right, let's get on with this game. Very excited about this. Enough about Arsenal. We're going to talk about this game now. We're going to talk about Liverpool against Chelsea. It's going to be very interesting and I'm going to hopefully get a lot of enjoyment out of this game. I hope we're going to get a lot of controversy because it doesn't matter to me. I don't care if there's a dodgy penalty. I don't care if there's a dodgy free kick or a red card. I just want to sit back and enjoy 2 teams going for it, and I want to see a good advert for the Premier League tonight, and I hope that's what we're going to see. Which way do you think it's going to go? Get in the chat and let me know. Which way do you think it's going to go? Get in the chat and let me know. Saul Niguez is staying at Atletico Madrid as of now. Chelsea couldn't meet the demand of Atletico Madrid. That is coming from Matteo Maretta, who is Sky Sports. So interesting. Sky Slow Sports News. Saul Niguez will play for Atletico Madrid next season. There you go. Breaking news. Let's see if that comes true. It's still got 3 days left in the window. So who knows which way it's going to go. But I'm gone for a Chelsea win. I've gone 2-1 for Chelsea. I'd like to see what a life it would be if you could come to mine for tea. I'll pick you up at 3:30. We'll have lasagna. I'd like to see a draw. I'd love to see a draw. I don't care if it's an 8-all draw or a 1-1 draw. I'd like to see a draw today. The great thing about these sort of games is that it could be 2-1 to either side. It could be 1-1. It could be 3 or 4-0. You just don't know in a game like this. And I think that's what makes it exciting. Lots of people going for draws. John Duke's gone 1-1. Saudi has gone 3-3. Marky has gone 2-0. I see empty seats, says GG. I'm going for a Liverpool 16-0 win. There you go. I'll tell you what. Be an interesting one. And PJ says, I'd like a draw because I'm a West Ham fan. I love that positivity. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. We're only 20 subscribers away from 515,000. Get involved with That's Football. You're all very welcome. Just a look ahead. We're going into the international break, but we have got a couple of watch-alongs for you in the week coming up. Wednesday night, we're going to do Portugal against Ireland because I want to watch Ronaldo and it's Ireland and Craig's Irish, so we're going to do that. Thursday night, it's England against Poland. I'll be doing that one. So a couple of watch-alongs for you. We may be doing a bit of stuff on Tuesday for the transfer deadline day. So lots to get involved in. I hope this game is a draw. As a United fan, we need these top clubs to drop points as much as possible. Lukaku versus Virgil is going to be fun, says Vignesh. I think Vignesh makes a great point, you know. He does make a great point because ultimately, if Liverpool win, they're on a run of 3 wins. If Chelsea win, they're on a run of 3 wins. And you start to think, I start to think to myself, oh, when are they going to next lose their game? When are they going to next lose a game? You know, and that's the concern, isn't it? Because after this, Chelsea play Villa at home. You'd expect them to win. Liverpool play Leeds away. You'd expect them to win. Then Chelsea play Tottenham away. That could be difficult, but Liverpool, they play Crystal Palace at home. You'd expect them to win. Liverpool then play Brentford. You'd expect them to win. And Chelsea play Man City. So Chelsea have got quite a difficult start to the season, actually. But Liverpool haven't. So, you know what? I'd rather Chelsea win. Anyway, if anyone's going to win, I'd rather Chelsea win anyway, because I'm a United fan. I don't want Liverpool to win. But looking at Liverpool's fixtures, if they win this, I think they could be looking at a 100% record deep into October. So we don't need a Liverpool win here. Would love to see you do a watch along with 442 Azim. Keep up the good work, says Sachin. Yeah, sounds good fun. Chelsea needs the boost. Yeah, I mean, look, I don't want Man City to win the league, and I don't really want Liverpool to win the league. So if United aren't going to win the league, it's the less of three evils, really. I would want Chelsea to win the league over Liverpool and Man City. I don't want Chelsea to win the league, but I think only 4 teams can win the league, and that's Chelsea, Liverpool, Man City and Man United. I think it's unlikely that United will win the league unless we buy a holding midfielder. So for me, I would rather Chelsea win the league. You know, I don't want them to win the league, but I would rather they win the league over Liverpool or Man City. Villa were awful today, says Dominic Ryan. They haven't hit the ground running, Villa, have they? Just going to have a quick look at the the Villa side today, because look, they've only lost Grealish. Well, they have. It's a big loss. They've only lost Grealish. It's a big loss. They've lost Grealish, but Martinez, Cash, Konza, Twansebi, Targay, Luis, Bandia, Chukwuemeke, Young, Algarci and Ings. It's not good enough. Watkins was back. Bailey's not back yet. I don't know what happened with McGinn. So, you know, they've not really got their best team going yet. But, yeah, they're not as settled as I thought they might be. Welcome to the Members Club, Trev Callahan. Thank you very much. Look at Anfield. It's rocking for this game. It's not the first game at Anfield, is it? But they are rocking. And let's get ready to rumble. I have got a timer for you, so let's get that going. Lukaku just kicked it off because I think he'd forgotten about taking the knee. Let's see what happens. Exciting game. Please share the video if you're watching. You can share it on Twitter and Facebook, and we're up and running with the timer. Dun, 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 dun. Where is the timer? Oh, God. It's very small. That's not what she said. Not to me. Okay, let's whack it in there. Yeah, I am doing Man United against Wolves tomorrow. Got to win. Must win game for United. Must win game. Got to win it. It's such a hard game to call. As I said, I would be very happy if this game just ended right now with a draw. But it might not. Do you think Varane will start tomorrow, Mark? Says Liam Collins. Yes, I do. Yes, I do. I really, really do. Liverpool on the attack here, early doors. I thought there might have been a touch of a handball there, but it's going to be a very interesting game, this. I mean, I think that these two teams are... I don't know why... This is a question I would pose to the chat. Why are Chelsea more appealing than Man City? They basically did do the similar thing. They did basically get a rich owner who came in. But I don't know enough about the history of Chelsea. People would say, well, Abramovich came in and did well, but actually they had started spending money before that. But yeah, there's something about... Maybe it's because they've stayed at Stamford Bridge and their ground's not massive and it just feels like it's got something about it, whereas the Etihad is quite a... it's one of those... It doesn't feel like it's got any history, the Etihad, because it's a brand new stadium for a brand new team, isn't it? Maybe that's what it is. Maybe because it's a London club. I don't know. Chelsea's got a better history, says Aurora. I agree with the argument that Chelsea are very similar to Man City in the way that they've bought a lot of success. But I don't see Chelsea like Man City. I feel that Chelsea have got something about them. And obviously Liverpool do. Massive rival, but they do. Did you like Main Road? I think that's a big thing, Cable. I think if Man City was still at Main Road, it would make them a little bit more appealing in relation. I'm not saying Man City aren't appealing. They're a good football side, but they're just quite soulless. And I don't think it's all to do with oil money, because like I say, Chelsea have had money. But I think if Man City had stayed at Main Road, it probably would help a little bit as well. So, yeah, good start here. Assuming all are fit, what is your ideal United lineup, says Adil? De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Varane, Maguire, Shaw. I don't know in relation to holding midfield. I don't know. I'd play Matic and Fred over McTominay. Between Matic and Fred, I'd probably have to play Fred for mobility, but his passing's ridiculous, but Matic ain't fit enough. So the holding midfielder is a massive problem for United. I'd then play Pogba and Bruno in the middle. I'd go Rashford off the left, Sancho off the right, and Ronaldo through the middle. It's nice. It's a nice conversation to have. It's a nice problem to have as well. So it is. Yeah, it's an interesting one from my fantasy Premier League. A 3-3 draw with a Salah and Lukaku hat-trick would be great, but I don't think we're going to get many goals in this game. It's going to be a very interesting game because I think some people... Oh, I thought he'd scored then. Good shot by Elliott. I think it's going to be a very interesting game because I think a lot of people are... sort of feel that like this is a test for Chelsea because it's like, can you be a title winner against the team that's won the title recently in Liverpool? But remember, Chelsea have won the Champions League, so I don't think it's a massive test for Chelsea in relation to their title credentials. I think it's a massive test for Chelsea because it's away against a very good side. But look, let's see what happens. Let's see how it pans out. Gotta find a way to get into your heart, girl. I got to have your love. Gotta find a way to get away into your heart. You know, I need your love, baby. Right. 5 minutes gone. I've got the timer on the screen. I think the players in Chelsea's history has more exposure to the media and are more likeable characters, says Heng. Yeah, maybe. My prediction, Crips, was a 2-1 win for Chelsea. At the moment, it's... and I wish I'd said this before the kickoff. The reality is that you would expect Chelsea to win... To live, sorry, not to win. You'd expect Chelsea to give the ball to Liverpool a lot. This is a home game, of course, and I think Tuchel is very good at soaking up pressure and hitting on the break. 3-3 thriller. That's hard to say, Cormac. Salah and Lukaku hat tricks, and my fancy team finally gets some points, mate. I'm struggling a little bit at the moment. I'm just hanging in there, really, hoping that I can get some points. Yeah. Nothing comes of the free kick. Put that down. Alonso with a long ball over the top into the channel. Lovely turn by Mason Mount. Very good recovery tackle by Matip, although he's not happy. He's not happy with Anthony Taylor's the ref. Watch out. Anthony Taylor's about. Watch out. Taylor's about. Watch out. Taylor's about. You better watch out. Because Taylor's about. Watch out. The Pratt is about. Hey, it was a foul. It was a foul. I thought he got the ball, really. Lovely turn by Mason Mount. Look at that. Skills. And I thought Matip got his toe on it. But No. It's 100% a foul. I don't know what Matip's complaining about. He conned me. He's conned me. Well done, Anthony Taylor. What would be Cavani's future, says Addy. I've got no inside information on this. I just think that he might move on. But it's an early free kick for Chelsea. It's not a shootable free kick. It's out wide. It's a chance to curl it in towards the penalty box. And it's going to be Mason Mount who does it. And good defending by Mane, but Alonso. And he wins a corner. Yeah, I don't know. Mystic says, what's Matip throwing a Pratt? What's he doing about that, really? And I don't really know. I don't know what he's moaning about. It's definitely a foul. Now it's a corner for Chelsea. Well, I'm excited about this. Don't you just love it? If United had drawn at lunchtime, I wouldn't enjoy this game as much. It's the hope, isn't it? It's the hope that United win today, and you can just relax watching Liverpool Chelsea on a Saturday night with 11,000 fantastic people watching a good game. So please subscribe, bottom right hand corner, and smash a like on the video. Yeah, international break's coming up, isn't it? I mean, it's part of the furniture now, international break, isn't it? But I don't think this is a terrible international break. I think the two we've got to come in October and November are worse. And actually, I don't mind the one in November because that's when I do my charity stream. So I'll be streaming for charity on the middle Saturday. But in relation to this international break, it's not terrible because we've got the transfer deadline day on Tuesday, which gets rid of 2 days. Then you've got England are playing on Thursday, Portugal are playing on Wednesday against Ireland. So then it's virtually a week of the international break has gone already. 8 minutes and 50 seconds. My time is on Red Bull here. It's gone too quick. You're right. I don't know what it's doing. I did kick it off at the same time. I don't know. Let's sink it in here. Oh, it's a big chance for Liverpool. Big chance. Jordan Henderson here. It's a lovely ball over the tack. It's Trent Alexander-Arnold. He's onside. He's got to do better. What a miss. It's a lovely angled ball by Trent Alexander-Arnold. It falls right into the path. Think Van Persie and Rooney against Aston Villa. It comes right over his shoulder. He's actually closer to goal than that. Just think of a crap version of that Van Persie volley against Villa. Rooney, Trent Alexander-Arnold, Van Persie volleys it straight in. Henderson passes it out for a goal kick. But a lovely ball by Trent Alexander-Arnold. Sort of a Goldbridge ball, really. That's the sort of ball I can hit from deep. Can't really run around. But he's looking good. He's looking good. The timer's gone wrong again now. No, it's not. It's right now. The timer's right again now. Gotta find a way to get into your heart. I've gone Lukaku golden boot, yeah. Good cross in. Van Dijk, Mendy catches it. I thought he was going to punch it there. Hey, I'll be playing a bit of football over the next season. Van Dijk's gone down here. And it's a head injury, I think. He's alright. He's alright. Ronaldo to be the top Premier League scorer this year. Well, he's given up three games, hasn't he, Paul? It depends how United play football. If United create the chances, he'll win the Golden Boot. Nobody's going to predict Ronaldo was going to win the Golden Boot but when we did our pre-season predictions because he wasn't even in the Prem. Liverpool have started off quite well here. I wouldn't say Chelsea are looking... Although, Henderson should have scored. It's difficult, but I think he should have at least worked the keeper. Oh, Rudiger as well there, actually. And now look at Kante. Look at him go. He just reminds me of a mini Metro with a Ferrari engine. He's like small, but fast. Anyone remember what a mini Metro looks like? Here's Alonso. They go wide. Here's Reece James. And Van Dijk clears it. Yes, you can use my line for Ronaldo, by the way. He's got stronger neck muscles than a giraffe. You know what I mean. A giraffe has got the strongest neck muscles in nature. And Ronaldo's neck muscles, you know what I mean when he's hitting a header. But Mendy's out there to clear it. We don't need to sink. There's a timer below. Boom, boom. Kante's too good. Get into my car, bitch. That's what Billy Ocean says. I'm not a pervert. It's a song. Get out of my dreams. Get in the backseat, baby. Get into my car. Get out of my dreams. Get into my car. I said, hey, you. Get in. What's Billy Ocean doing, actually? I've just actually thought. Again, that's a song I sort of grew up liking as a kid. But what scenario do you go up to a girl and say, get into my car? Prostitution, isn't it? That's what I'm thinking, anyway. Ronaldo's not actually on Fantasy Premier League yet. There'll be a lot of people going for him when he does. He was absolutely brilliant. I mean, a lot of you won't remember, but a lot of you will remember. Ronaldo on Fantasy Premier League was superb. Like, he used to get a lot of points. Whether he can replicate that or not, I don't know. I got nearly 12,000 watching, so please share the video if you are watching. If you're one of our regulars, click that share button and you can share it on Twitter and Facebook, please. Or just on Twitter's fine. Get involved. Oh, Fabinho, that's a foul on Kante. I mean, to be honest with you, this battle, it's not really a battle because they're not that close together as... Well, they might be quite close together. Kante and Fabinho are probably two of my favourite midfielders in the Premier League. Not creative midfielders, but, you know, engine room midfielders. Oh, I'd love a player like that at United. I think if you stuck Fabinho in United's team, we'd win the league. Like, we are a Fabinho type away from that. Oh, Jorginho gets caught on the ball. This sometimes happens. And Elliott plays a bad pass and Chelsea win it back. Is Ollie older than Ronaldo? Yeah, of course he is. That was something I was going to look at today, actually. Interesting stats. Rooney is 35 and will be 36 in October. Rooney is actually only 4 months younger than Ronaldo. It's quite interesting in the basis that Rooney's career was finished about... I know he played for Derby, but you know, even at United, I think Rooney was pretty much off the pace at United from about 2014. Some would say 2012. You know, that last season under Sir Alex, he wasn't the same. But you know, I think prime Rooney was probably the last prime season of Rooney, I think, was probably 2011, which is 10 years ago, and Ronaldo's still going. I wouldn't even say prime Rooney. No, I wouldn't say that. No, that's the wrong word. I don't think that was the last prime Rooney. I think that was the last good season of Rooney. You know, where he was at his best, 2011. I'm looking forward to the F1 tomorrow. I haven't watched qualifying, but I've heard what happened. What time is the race tomorrow? Liverpool looking good here. Firmino, nice little ball out wide. And Elliott wins a corner. He's looking all right, that Elliott. Cristiano Ronaldo has stronger neck muscles than a giraffe. Who will take penalties, Bruno or Ronaldo, says Oliver Knight. Ronaldo. Of course it'll be Ronaldo. Corner to Liverpool here. Who in the chats watched Driving with Goldbridge with Jack Mates? You've got to watch it. I've got to get that up to 100,000. Please watch it. Not really for me, although obviously it is me in it, but for the people who produced it. They put so much work into it. It looks so good. So please do watch it. Driving with Goldbridge on my channel. Jack Mate Driving with Goldbridge. There's also Pieface Driving with Goldbridge. Brilliant episode. Lots of people have watched it. Thank you very much. Make sure if you haven't watched it, it should be on Netflix. It's brilliant. But it's not on Netflix. It's on YouTube. Free to watch. So make sure you do give it a watch. Thank you very much. Dak says it was a poor video, but you watched it. That's the main thing. I didn't ask for a critique. But if you did enjoy it, great. If you like Dak and you didn't like it, at least you watched it. Thank you very much. Who's your favourite United player after signing Ronaldo? It's got to be Ronaldo now. I mean, bloody hell. Ronaldo's just... Liverpool have actually won their last 7 Premier League fixtures if you go back through the end of last season as well. So they're on a very good run. You know, straddling 2 seasons. Straddling never makes me think of football. Yeah. Lukaku, bit of work here. He's won it. And Trent clears it away. Strength of Lukaku there. Now Chelsea having a bit of a break. Intriguing game this. You can't take your eyes off it. I mean, it's a little bit early in the season for me for this game to be played, but I don't think it's too early in the season for both teams. I think both teams are looking on it, concentrated, and great tackle by Kante on Firmino. Wins it back, and Liverpool win it back. And this is happening a lot at the moment. Neither team can get a lot of momentum because there's so many good performances tackles-wise. Hey Mark, you're absolute legend, but what are your thoughts on United fan burning a Ronaldo shirt? This window has been a world of emotions. Well, you shouldn't burn your shirt, Nico, until he's actually signed. As I said, I thought he was a disgrace for going to Man City, but he didn't. So he's not a disgrace. Mark, your words are powerful. Bruno came, Sancho came, Ronaldo came, and you spoke Arsenal to relegation. Yeah, I don't actually want Arsenal to get relegated, and I don't think that they will. And here's a little tip for you. I don't think Arteta will be sacked before Christmas. You know, and that's why I think Arsenal fans are being idiotic, really, because they're not thinking. They're just doing the same thing they've been doing for 4 years, going after a manager when they should be. I guarantee you, if Arsenal fans actually started having a go at people like Aubameyang and Leno and Xhaka and everybody else, the team would start playing better. The players can't be arsed because they're not held accountable. They always know the fans will blame the manager. So a new manager comes in and they're like, well, we don't really have to work that hard because the fans will just turn on the manager. And nothing ever changes. But they don't realise that. 10 years to the day since Arsenal lost 8-2 in Manchester. Won't happen again for a while. Arsenal can't score for toffee. Yeah, Luke. I like that one. I like that one, Luke. I like that one. Nearly 20 minutes gone already. The pace of this game is fantastic. I'm really enjoying it. And Henderson's now arguing with Anthony Taylor. As I said, if Liverpool win this, it's their 8th win in a row across last season into this season. But also, they've got some very winnable games to come after this. They could be doing what they did the season they won the league. You know, on an absolutely... And they all know as well. Remember, Man City have lost the game. So you want to keep that momentum going. You don't want to let City back in. Is episode 3 Driving with Goldbridge with Spencer? I can't tell you. Thomas says Mark speaks to Greenwood on Insta. Mate, you keep saying it and I don't. I don't know what you're on about. And I wouldn't tell you if I did. Is this because I've told you that some Arsenal fans are speaking to players on Insta and that's why they get a free ride? And you're trying to make out that I give Greenwood a free ride because I talk to him on Insta? I don't talk to him on this. Well, I'm not talking about that. But the reality is, I have given Greenwood a bad score in games. The great thing I love about the United Stand is when we do a match reaction, it'd be very easy. In the old days of United Stand, I did my match reaction and I marked the players out of 10. And we brought this thing in where there is, in the second half, everybody who's watching the Watchalong can go to the website and mark the players out of 10. So when I do my player ratings, I click it on screen and it gives you the aggregated score of everybody else. So I can't really be biased because if I give a player 4 and then you lot have given him a 7, it shows I'm biased. We're normally quite close on what we go with. So look, I've given Greenwood a 5 before. I've given Bruno a 4 before, but they are 4 before. I gave him a Range Rover. Goal for Chelsea! It's a goal for Chelsea from a corner and it's Havertz who breaks the deadlock. 1-0 to Chelsea. It's one of those corners where he's headed it on the front post and it's got the height to go everybody and land in the goal. You know the sort of goal I mean. Havertz gives Chelsea the lead from a corner. The assist, therefore, comes from Reece James, I believe. Reece James on the corner. The cross comes in. A flicked header by Havertz. It's Havertz. It's Chelsea. It's 1. It's Liverpool 0. And that puts a cat amongst the pigeons. It's a good header as well. That's a good header. A very good header. There's nothing Alisson can do. It literally loops and drops in just below the bar, which is exactly what you want to happen if you want to score a goal. So Chelsea go 1-0 up and Liverpool go 1-0 down. And this game is very interesting. And to be honest with you, no matter what you think, you want the away team to score if there's going to be goals first, because it just opens that game up a bit. Means Liverpool have got to open up. Away team scores first. Chelsea go 1-0 up. Here, Havertz with the goal. Big. I don't think he gets mentioned enough as well, Havertz. Somebody just said Havertz for FPL. Fancy Premier League. But yeah, I think that Havertz was a player that we spoke about in the pre-season, about how second season for Havertz could be a very big season for Havertz. Mark, are you confident United get the win tomorrow? It's going to be tough. Michael Southgate, I think it is going to be very tough. And Red Harlow says, Mark, today's my 10th anniversary as a United fan. I watched that 8-2 thrashing when I was 11 years old and I decided United was the team for me. There you go, Red Harlow. Liverpool 1-0 down here, but for how long? I think it's been a very good game so far. It's been the game I hoped it would be. Real intensity, two very good teams. There's not really a favourite in this game. Obviously there is. Liverpool, because they're at home, but really, this is why you love having fans back in the ground. Oh, no. Mendy goes for a corner anyway. Cross came in, it was a bit loose for a moment, and I thought Mane was going to turn it in, but it goes for a corner to Liverpool. Can they strike back? But you know what? This is why we love football. Subscribe, bottom right hand corner, get involved with the channel. Everyone's welcome on here. But this is why we love football, because last season, this would have been a big game in front of an empty Anfield. Look at it. Look at it. Just look at it. Absolutely rammed with fans. A beautiful sight for the beautiful game. Robertson crosses it at Chelsea, clear it away. Havertz got the goal. Thoughts on Harvey Elliott so far, says Oliver. He's done all right. But, you don't know how people are going to perceive it, do you? Because they're not winning. They'll go, we should have played this player. We should have played that player. I think Oxlade-Chamberlain's had his chance. I think Keita's struggled to adapt. Thiago, fantastic player, but, he deserves his chance. I don't think this will stay 1-0 anyway. I said 2-1. I'd love it to be 1-1. Don't really want Liverpool to win as a United fan, but also, if you look at Chelsea's fixtures, they've actually got Man City to play in September, whereas Liverpool have got 3 very winnable games. Now it's Lukaku picking it up on the halfway line. He's attacking Matip. Can he get a shot off? No, he gets caught under his feet. But they win back the second ball. Mason Mount. Little dink. Oh, Lukaku was nearly in. Do you think we will rely too much on Ronaldo, blame him for all our faults, says William Parker? No, I think United fans are intelligent and they realise that the graveyard shift up front is a bit difficult. But Lukaku there running at the back 4 and the ball got stuck under his feet. It was like a Tesco trolley getting stuck under a lorry, the ball there. But he nearly still found his way in. Jerial says, can you do a collab with the Sidemen? I'd love to do a collab with the Sidemen. I don't know whether they'd want to do one with me. They're very popular. They're always welcome. I love chips. I like chips that you eat and I like chips that you do with a football. They're both very, very nice. Mane wins it back. Lovely ball in. Salah, he's in. Mendy, quick off the line. And, Matip, Kante. I tell you what. This is a fantastic game. There's no real standout player at the moment. There's just good performances. And he should have gone, Havertz! You agree? What did Havertz do then? Lukaku can't believe it. He can't believe it. Kante feeds Havertz. First time pass and Lukaku's through one-on-one. What is he doing? Why did he not slip him in? I'm stunned. I'm absolutely stunned by Havertz there. He's just played 2 one-touch passes as well to Reece James. Why didn't he slip Lukaku in? Selfish, says Drew. I think he was very selfish. Watch this. Kante again. Watch. I mean, Kante could have... He's just got to pass it. First time. Lukaku's in. Terrible. That's poor by Havertz. He can't say he doesn't see the pass. He's looking straight at it. Great by Kante, though. Kante could have slipped Lukaku in, to be fair, but Havertz definitely should. He wasn't offside if the pass had been played first time, Jimmy. It wasn't... Jimmy! It wasn't offside if he'd played it first time, Jimmy. Tonight! Havertz header. Yeah. Tonight. Mark, thoughts on what Mendy did? I don't know. I've not, mate. I've taken no interest in it. I think let the courts decide on that. But obviously, it's very serious because he's on remand, isn't he? He's in prison. He's not even on bail. You just never know what these footballers are like behind closed doors, do you? Tonight, love Kante at United, says DZ. Yeah, Chelsea ain't going to sell him, are they? Fantastic player. Do you worry about the amount of attackers at United, says Just Vibes? Not really. I worry about the lack of midfielders. I'd rather have too much of something than too little. It's like eating food, isn't it? If I get a Chinese takeaway tonight and there's too much beef chow mein, I'll just throw the rest in the bin. But if there's not enough, I'll be hungry. Tonight, Lukaku back to his best, falling over the ball, says John Smith. It's a fantastic header by Havertz. They've just shown it again there. It's just a flicked header from the front post with the height and dip on it. Fantastic. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. We were only 20 subscribers away from 515,000. So make sure you subscribe, bottom right hand corner. Do you think Ronaldo will expect to play ahead of Cavani? Also, I know he's not in form, but is Martial our fourth choice striker now, says Sakil? I would imagine so, yeah. Jorginho is down injured here at the moment, so we've just got a little bit of break in the play. Don't waste food, Mark. What can you do with the beef chow mein? You can't turn it into compost. Would you support Liverpool for £1 billion, says Flashy SZN? Money can't buy what team you support, though, can it? I mean, I could support Liverpool for £1 billion. I could tell everyone I support Liverpool for £1 billion, but I wouldn't. I think proper football fans can't just change who they support. Maybe you can when you're like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I can count. But I think once you hit, 13, 14, adulthood, you can't just change your team. No matter how much anybody pays you, because you'd be lying, wouldn't you? We could all say we'd support Liverpool for £1 billion, but in your heart you wouldn't really. You'd just be doing it for the money. It's a bit like going to play for Man City, isn't it? Jorginho looks like he's going to come back on here. Very underrated player. Tonight. I am live on the United Stand tonight. 8 o'clock show as standard. So half an hour gone. Chelsea winning. Good for the game this. Good for the game. I'd like to see a draw. Last 10-minute equaliser. That'll do. Who wins tomorrow? Old Firm, can you do a watch-along, says Tucker. I'm not doing a watch-along because I'll be prepping and all that for United against Wolves at R4. Is Liverpool's fear factor slightly diminishing, says Marius? I think that's a very good question, Marius. I do. Well done. I think if this Chelsea team was playing the Liverpool team that won the league, it would be a very close game as well. I just think Chelsea have evolved over the last year, under Tuchel especially. And I think Liverpool, maybe they're not the team they were that won the league, but they're still a very, very, very good team. I just think Chelsea are a better team than they were, and I think it's a good match. I think Liverpool and Man City, I'm looking forward to whenever they play. Chelsea and Man City, I'm looking forward to that as well. I think that it's a very interesting league this season. Here's Salah. Nice little ball. Mane's not going to get that. And goes for a goal kick. Chelsea are the informed team at the moment, though, aren't they? They're having a great time. Champions League winners. Super League winners. Super Cup winners, sorry. At the moment, 9 points from 9 if they win this. How do you prep for a watch-along? Do you rehearse some parts so that everything goes smoothly? Nope. It ain't Sky Sports. Just Chubba. No, I just, we get set up and we go live. And that's just how it is. I don't really think about anything. I just chat away and react and interact with you. Who's going to win the Old Firm, mate? I don't take and have not taken... The last time I took any interest in Scottish football, Gaza was probably playing. Scottish football when I was growing up was quite interesting. I think, people like Ali McCoist, John Collins, people like that, Henrik Larsson. I used to watch it then. That might have been after Gaza actually. But the thing about the Scottish League is it just lost. I don't know. Just lost its. I've just lost interest, to be honest. There's no chance of Ronaldo being involved tomorrow, Brawl. He's in Lisbon and he hasn't been registered in time to play for this week of games. What are we thinking about the transfer deadline day? Do you think we're going to get any deals? I think we will do. I just don't know at what level we'll get them. I imagine Koundé will go to Chelsea. Can you drop Seb round for a play date and sleepover, says Matthew Football. What will you do when games aren't televised, Mark, says Brody United. Yeah, Brody, I'm going to tell you exactly what I'm going to do in front of 13,600 people. Yeah. Might be a prat, but I ain't stupid. And I will listen to it on the radio whilst watching the live scores on a screen and looking at that screen as well. Yeah, that's what I'll be doing. Mark, please add Ronaldo number 7 on the background when United play on the United Stand channel, says Long. And are you going to do La Liga watch along, says Pedro. Is anybody going to watch La Liga this year? What will you do? Okay, we've done that one. I suppose Mbappe makes it interesting, but I think Real Madrid will probably win that league, won't they? Atletico Madrid maybe. But yeah, La Liga needs to do... Oh, that's an interesting stat. We've only had one shot on target in the whole game, and that was the goal. So both teams... I mean, it's been a very good game to watch, but both teams are cancelling each other out, definitely. Will Cavani play tomorrow? I don't know, BK. I don't know what the situation... I don't think he'll start. Kante's having a good game. He's breaking everything up. Nice ball into Mount. It's a 3v3 if he can move it quick enough. It is a 3v3. He's got to be quicker. He looks at Alonso. Oh, Lukaku! Doesn't connect. Doesn't connect. Buffer. He's buffered that shot. Good play by Mount, though. And he does get it onto Lukaku's left foot. Why doesn't he connect? No, he just doesn't connect very well with it at all. Stays 1-0. Have you seen the October 24th schedule, says Abe? So many good games. Well, I can have a look, Abby. I can have a look. Chelsea win it back again here. Let's have a look. October the 24th, he said. October the 24th. Brentford against Leicester. West Ham against Spurs. And let's just watch this chance back. Lukaku can't believe it. He could have been slipped in again here. Chelsea are hurting them on the break. Strong play by Lukaku. It's a 3v3 again. He slips Mason Mount in. And I think Lukaku and Havertz are saying, why have you not cut that back? Yeah, I'm saying that as well. That's a corner off Robertson. Yeah, Mount's been greedy there. Just like Havertz, why did he not cut it back? I don't know. And it wasn't a corner, but it should have been. So October the 24th is Man United against Liverpool. There's not any other. That's a big fixture. That's it. There's no other big fixtures. Chelsea play Norwich on the Saturday. Man City play Brighton. But yeah, it's a big one. Big game. Oh, Elliott. Poor connection there, Elliott. Knocks it over the bar. Comes to in the box. Good play again. Cut back by Mane. And again, you'd expect him to... he should do better there. He's just bounced up in front of him and he's fluffed his lines. He's tried to direct it in the right place. Why some of your games are not televised? In America, 100% of the matches are broadcast. Oh, Titus, it's a joke. So United game... Ronaldo's first game, if you're in the UK, you cannot legally watch Ronaldo's first game in a United shirt because it's a 3 o'clock game at Old Trafford. So unless you're actually at Old Trafford, you can't legally watch the game. Crazy, isn't it? Who's better, Romero or White, says Harrison. It's not something that keeps me up at night, mate, to be honest with you. Who's the better centre-back, an Arsenal or Spurs one? It's like arguing about cheese on toast or beans on toast, isn't it, when you're having a fine dining conversation? That Romero could be a good signing for Spurs, though. I will give you that. He's very highly thought of in Serie A. Why are people saying all leagues? Oh, look at all leagues on October the 24th. Okay. But I don't look at other leagues. I'm only looking at the Premier League because that's the best league in the world. Good free kick here for Liverpool. Edge of the box. Somebody's some Scouser's not happy. You can see him. What you on about? What you on about? That should be a penalty. Oh, what you on about? Come on. What you on about? You having a laugh? Have you noticed Jurgen Klopp has ditched his glasses and he's unrecognisable, says Baloo. There was something about it, yeah. I don't know what they're moaning about, Liverpool fans there. It's not even anywhere near the penalty. Maybe they thought it should have been a yellow card or something like that. But Trent on the free kick. He's got good ball delivery. And here it comes. Mendy catches it. We've got 7 minutes to go until half time. Join hashtag United. I'm too old, mate. Too old. Once I was 7 years old, Daddy told me, get yourself a job, or girl, or you'll be lonely. I'm not checking other leagues on October the 24th. Check them yourself. Who do you think? I'm not the T-boy. Check them yourself and pop it in the chat. I'm watching a game of football. Go and check all the other leagues on October the 24th. Do you want me to come and cut your grass for you? Wash your car? Tell me yourself. What's for tea tonight? Says Joe Moore. I don't know what's for tea tonight. Actually, I've got no idea. What's louder, Old Trafford or Anfield? Well, I'm going to be biased and say Krish, but I've heard a lot of people say that Anfield isn't that great an atmosphere. I don't know. I mean, obviously I don't have the noise on anyway, but I've heard a lot of people say, I don't know whether they're just doing it to wind up Liverpool fans, but I've heard a lot of people say it's not actually that noisy, the atmosphere. It is at the start of the game and that's it. That's going to go out for throw-in. Yeah, I do need to get some. I need to get some. Kante's gone down injured here. Oh no! No! They don't want to lose Kante. For me, he's been the best player on the pitch for 40 minutes. Aspilicueta's saying, "Don't you dare come off!" And Reece James is saying, "Don't come off. I'll let you have my bag of Haribos on the bus." Kante, are you all right, mate? What's the matter, mate? Is it your leg, mate? Yeah. Do you want me to? Shall I rub it? Does that feel better? Shall I rub it some more? Do I touch your toes? Tickle your toes? Tickle. Come on, Kante. Tickle. I'll rub your leg more. Now tickle your toes. That was fun. Oh, it looks like he's... Oh, that does hurt. The back of the calf has got wrapped round Mane and then been planted on the floor. That will hurt. Might be a bit more of a dead leg issue there. I'm going to clean your boots as well. I've cleaned your boots. Shall I run your hot bath for half time? Come on, we need you. We need you, mate. Come on. You'll be all right, won't you? We'll listen to some lovely music at half time. Come on, you'll be fine. We need you. I've got something in my bag. I've got a treat. Look, do you like some orange? Do you want a nice lolly? I'm having it then. He's all right. He's just joking. We need another midfielder for exactly this reason, says Tom C. There's John Barnes. Very good player in his day. John Barnes. Mark, what group stage matches will you watch? Says Evolving. I'll tell you what, that's good. I'm interested in that. We'll have a look at that at half time. If you know this tune, if you know, I don't even know if you know this tune. Doesn't mean you're elite or anything. I'm just going to say if you know this tune, well done. He's done it! Paul Jaruga got it. Howard's Way. Wow. And Jonathan got it as well. Jonathan Even. That's amazing. Well done. You're of a certain age. Well done. Howard's Way. Well done. Very impressed. 2 people got it. Sounds like the end of Terminator. I was out of tune a lot as well, so I give a shout out to the people who got it. Anyway, we've still got 3 minutes to go here. I'll tell you the Champions League dates in a moment and what watch-alongs we're going to do. Because there's going to be some good games in that. PSG, Man City, I'm looking forward to that. But I just don't want it to clash with United. Just get Craig to do it. Although it might clash with Liverpool as well. No, you know what's great? Thursday nights off. Tonight, Thursday nights off. I ain't doing any Europa League. No Europa League. The only time you watch Thursday night football is if your team's in it. Arsenal have got it off as well. And Tuesday night and Wednesday night. Long week. Firmino's gone off here. Does anyone know why? I didn't even bloody notice. Firmino off. Jota on. Firmino went off. 2 he's picked up a knock. Jota comes on. Two 2:00 tomorrow afternoon for the F1. Thanks to Liam. Thank you very much for that. Just let me know on Twitter, which is great. So I've got time. We've got time. He's injured, Firmino. There you go. Please subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. Everyone's welcome on here. We were 20 subscribers away from 515,000. So bottom right-hand corner to subscribe. Let's push on through. Everybody's welcome on here. I'll tell you what watch-alongs we're going to do for the Champions League soon. I think I'm very excited for after the international break. Ronaldo. The season really starts then. None of this one game a week crap. You start getting a lot more games. And that's when the season really starts, really. It does if you're an Arsenal fan. Unfortunately for Arsenal, everyone else has played for 9 points. But no, that's when this... But it does, actually, the season doesn't really start for Arsenal then, because they're still playing 1 game a week as well. They're not in Europe. Good run by Jota. Good tackle. 3 minutes to be added on here. England's chances in the next World Cup. Probably not great with... I'm not actually itching my arse there. I was actually down on my hamstring. Look, if I twist, you can see where the hand is. Did look a little bit like I was doing something else, but it's definitely a hamstring itch. Corner for Liverpool here. Kante's been a beast, says Himanshu. He's been my man of the match. Oh, back post! Liverpool! Headed away. Matip! How's he not scored? How have they not scored? How have they not scored? Oh my God! How have they not scored there, Liverpool? I really thought they had scored. How have they not scored? Reece James looks a little bit concerned. There may be a VAR check. If it is, it's a red. He might be in trouble here. Let's have a look. Oh, he's in trouble. That's a red. That's a red. That's a handball. Matip. I don't think... See, it hits his hand off his arm. I don't think it's deliberate. I don't think it's deliberate. Hi, guys. Planning on going to a United game. Is footballing ticket net a legit site, says Stephen. This is going to be a lot of controversy because at the end of the day, I think he gets a straight red. It's not deliberate. It hits his... No, that's not the angle. No! That's never a red. That is never a red. They've got it wrong. He's an absolute prat. Anthony Taylor is a prat. That is never a red. Anthony Taylor destroys a game again for Chelsea. He is a cheat. Not deliberate. I don't mind the penalty, but it's not deliberate. It isn't deliberate. He can't move his arm out of the way. He didn't even check it. He hardly even checked at it. He just looked at it and went, that's a penalty. He's just destroyed this game. Absolute cretin. That is not a red. It's not deliberate. Never a red. A penalty, yes, not a red card. The game is gone there. Unless somebody can tell me there is a rule that says if you stop the ball from going in with your hand accidentally, it's a red. But it's not a red. It's a red. It's a penalty. I'm not bothered about the penalty. It's not a red card. That is poor. He looked at a still image. He didn't even look at it. It was a still image. He didn't watch it. Disgraceful. That is, for me... Well, Salah, I've got Salah as my captain, so he better... Well, and he scores 1-1. Salah scores. You'd expect Liverpool to go and win now. I need the rules here. It's all kicking off between Chelsea and Liverpool now. What's Anthony Taylor doing here? He's losing control. He's a crap ref. I know he did great against with Eriksen, but I tell you what, I'm not even a Chelsea fan. He does Chelsea all the time. Anthony Taylor does Chelsea over all the time. He was the referee in the FA Cup final. I turned it off. I'm not even a Chelsea fan. 70 minutes, Chelsea against Arsenal in the FA Cup. I turned it off. I walked out. He's absolutely terrible. He's a terrible referee, and I'm not even a Chelsea fan. He's a disgrace. He's an absolute disgrace. I don't hate Liverpool. I don't mind. I don't think this is anything to do with Liverpool. I think, Liverpool fans are going to go, oh, shut up. Shut up. Of course, I get that, because you're going to have the red tinted glasses. I'm talking about the referee here. I'm not talking about the Liverpool fans. Of course, you're going to be very happy. I get that. Everybody gets that. I'm talking to you about the ref. The ref. He went and looked at a still image. He didn't watch it back. We watched it back. He ran over. He saw a still image of the ball on the hand and sent him off. Give a penalty, but why are you sending him off? That's what I don't get. Why? And also I think that maybe it wasn't even a penalty because it's ball to hand, isn't it? Harry Evans says penalty all day. Red was very harsh and unfair. It is all kicking off. I mean, absolute disgrace. It's not Liverpool's fault, but that is a disgrace. I mean, look. Maybe somebody's going to... look, at the end of the day, maybe someone's going to chuck a rule book and say, if you stop a goal going in with your hands, no matter how it happens, you get a red card. Maybe that is the rule, but it shouldn't be the bloody rule. It's stupid. Absolutely stupid. I'll admit and say that's a yellow penalty, but I'm a Liverpool fan and Anthony Taylor needs to do better. What annoys me the most about it, and Flashy says Anthony Taylor is delusional. The reason people are going at Anthony Taylor after the bloody whistle is because he's gone over, he's gone like that, he's gone and looked at a still image and gone, red, penalty. He's looked at a still image. Like, if you look at the still image of the foul that wasn't given to Arsenal on that second goal, Laporte punches the lad in the face. But if you watch it back, it's not a punch in the face. Like, how can he look at a still image and give a red card? You've got to give it context. And as Tony Tone says, it's the same ref from the FA Cup versus Arsenal. He's ruined the game as well. If you're a Liverpool fan, get the champagne out. I get it. I'm in no way am I having a go at Liverpool fans. I get it. If that was against United, I'd be like, we've just won 3 big points here, because I think they will go and win 3 points now. So I get it. If you're a Liverpool fan, you're not going to agree. Why would you? You're doing yourself in by agreeing. But I think everybody else can look at that and say that he has made a decision that has basically destroyed what was a good game, and he's done it off a still image. And I don't know. Used his hand to stop a goal, red all day. I don't think he did. I think he'd moved his hand afterwards, but the still image, you can't go off that. The way I saw it is the ball bounces off his knee, his hand is there, it hits his hand, and it's already bounced away when his hand moved forward. It's called if you're lying in bed tonight and you're just dropping off and a spider runs across your hand will go like that because you'll be like, oh shit, because something's gone across it. What people are falling into, and I've got to watch it again, the ball quickly, his body's like that, right? The ball hits his leg, hits his arm, and comes out. The ball's already hit his arm when he moves his arm. It's what, if you know anything about the way the body works, his hand moves because the ball's already hit it. It's just a natural reaction. He doesn't move his hand to stop the ball. It's totally and utterly accidental, and also, it hits his leg before it hits his arm. Look, whether it's a penalty or not, I'll get into that debate, but he's very, very, very harsh to be sent off. And you could argue it's not even a penalty. I can see why the penalty's been given. I cannot see why the red card's been given. Because the 2 times I saw it, hits his leg, hits his arm. It goes ba-dum-bum. And then his arm moves because something's hit him. It's like hitting your funny bone. Your arm will go like that. It's like when someone touches you that you don't like and you go, ooh. Like, I just don't get it. A lot of people saying it's a penalty, a lot of people saying not. The harsh thing is it's ruined the game, and if I was a Chelsea fan, I'd be gutted because it's always this ref. Always this ref. Penalty, not a red card. A lot of people are saying that. It's definitely a penalty. He stopped a goal with his hands, says Kyle. Mate, last season, Stamford Bridge, ball's dropping down. Hudson-Odoi moves the ball with his hand, no penalty. So, again, I saw one for Liverpool last year as well. Liverpool fans will know. Salah in the box, moves the ball. Someone, I think it was Brighton, handles it, no penalty. So there is an inconsistency about this. But for me, that's absolutely appalling. Absolutely appalling. I was expecting penalty and a yellow. I really wasn't understanding that. But, hits his leg. And the ref can't even be asked. If you want to get your super chats in, you can do. It's very hard to read all this. No way a penalty, says Chelsea are the best. Well, I'd get that. This is going to be a very heated second half. I expect Liverpool to go and win this now. It's 11 against 10, isn't it? And there's been a few yellow cards already given out to Chelsea, so they could end up losing somebody else as well. I spoke about this with Craig, though, who's obviously a Liverpool fan. We spoke about this in the preview that, the problem with this is that this game could get destroyed by a refereeing decision. You know, there's always VAR, there's always red cards, and they can ruin any game, which is why when you are previewing games of this magnitude, you've always got to think in your head that can be, you know, destroyed one way or the other. We're going to see it back in a minute. This is the Havertz goal. Just to tell you where I stand on this, for me, I saw it, hits his leg, hits his arm. You could argue it's not even a penalty. In the modern rules of a handball, I'm not even convinced it's definitely a penalty. But I certainly don't think it's a red card. I really do. Right, here's the penalty incident. We're about to see it now. Cross comes in. I mean, how it didn't go in anyway, I don't know. You could argue that Alonso and everybody... No, not for me. Not for me. No. He moves his hand after the ball's gone, and I think Anthony Taylor's reacted to that. I don't think it's a penalty. No, I don't mind about whether it's a penalty. I just don't think it's a red card. The movement of the hand is after the ball has gone. It's not a reaction to stop the ball deliberately going in. You know, it's the movement of his hand afterwards. Like, it's already hit his hand when he moves his arm, and it's a penalty, not a red. I think that's the right decision, but obviously the red card's been given. When wasn't Taylor the ref for Chelsea Spurs game when Spurs goalkeeper? Yeah, probably, Dane. I don't think Chelsea fans like Anthony Taylor. Shamar says isn't his arm in an unnatural position and a denial of a goal? Yeah, but mate, it doesn't hit his hand first. It hits his knee first. His knee knocks the ball onto his hand. He's not gone and stopped. You know, if you think about Luis Suarez for Uruguay in that World Cup, he gets sent off because it's going in and he saves it. In this incident, it's not a deliberate stopping of the goal. It hits the ball's at his leg and then goes into his arm. It's a natural body reaction, effectively. I think it's very, very harsh to get a red card for that. Liverpool fans got no problem. You know, you're going to say it's a red. You're going to, because you want to win the game. This is a very important game. Liverpool fans want to win the game. I've got no problem with Liverpool fans and the red card in what they believe is a red card. I'm looking at this as a neutral, as enjoying the game. And I think the referee has fucked up. I think he has. I think that he does flick his arm afterwards, but the ball's already gone. And I think it's a poor decision. And I think it ruins a game. Because I'm never quite comfortable with that one anyway. I think if you do what Suarez does, it's unprofessional. And you should get sent off for cheating. But I don't think you should be getting a red card for that. They get a penalty and a red card. I think the rule is depriving a team of a certain goal, isn't it? Which effectively he has. Look, there's not going to be any repercussions because yet again a referee will be backed by the Referees Association who don't know anything about football themselves. All they're bothered about is a rule book. But yet again, football fans will look at that and go, that's ridiculously harsh. And I think it is ridiculously harsh. But it's been done. I think it should, I do think it was a penalty. I wouldn't argue that it wasn't a penalty. I think a penalty should be given for that because the ball was going to go in. And I think it'd be very harsh to not give a penalty when the ball was going to go in. But I wouldn't have given the red card because I don't think it was deliberate. So I would have said no red, penalty. I think that was the right thing. Mark, remember Pogba situation, the ball coming to hit him in the face, natural reaction caused him to put his hand up and he got a yellow card. Yeah, wasn't going in though, DJ. That's the problem, isn't it? It wasn't going in. I think they get obsessed about a handball stopping a goal. But look, it is what it is. We can't change it. I'd be very pissed off if that happened to United. I think Liverpool fans would be happy, would be pissed off the other way as well. As if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be over the moon because this is about winning a title. That is a team that might stop you winning the title. You've now got 45 minutes in front of Anfield. I think in front of the Kop, isn't it? Second half, or was that? I think it is the Kop second half. You know what's going to happen. I think it's because after hitting his leg, it still was going in, and the movement of his arm definitely a penalty, but arguably a red, says Dexter. But Dexter, I don't think he moves his arm. I don't think he moves his arm to stop the ball. I think when you watch it, his arm moves after the ball. He's like that. He's not in a natural. He's not in an unnatural position. You don't go like that on the line. You're in a natural body stance because you're like that. I think he's got his arm like that. The ball hits him. It hits his arm, and as the ball goes away, he naturally moves his arm, which is a natural movement. I don't think it was a. I think the ball's already been stopped by the time he actually moves his arm. But it is what it is, and I can't argue how Liverpool fans would be very happy with it. But I think as I'm not really a neutral, am I? Because I don't want Liverpool to win, so I'm not a neutral. But I'm certainly not a Chelsea fan. I just think, and again, we used to get this with Martin Atkinson. You get these referees who just always seem to give bad decisions against you, and Chelsea have a bad history with Anthony Taylor. They really, really do. If you're a defender on the line, your arms should be behind the body. Quick VAR decision, and people still complain. Taylor is terrible, though. This is pumpkin spice latte. Mate, you can't run around with your arms behind your back. You can't run around with your arms behind your back. Come on, let's get real. But I think it's 100% a penalty. I just don't think it's a red card. And also, I think the rule needs to be looked at because ultimately, we've got 45 minutes with 10 men. I know red cards have to happen for some things. I thought Xhaka's was 100% a red card today. But I don't think that should be a red card. I really don't. But it's done. We have to move on. Is there a way for Chelsea in this game? Well, look, Chelsea can defend, and they can defend well. The way Chelsea play, they've certainly got the players that they could defend this out. It's going to be very difficult, though. Especially, I think there's quite a few Chelsea players on yellow cards as well. So, Alfie says it's a pen and a red. Welcome to the world, Alfie. You've got an opinion, but you're not going to change those people who think it's not a penalty. So you can put your capital letters as much as you want. The penalty is going to make every defender put their arms behind their back when in the box. Don't want to see that, says Charles. And if the ball hits your arm, the natural reaction should be backwards, not forwards, says LFC 1225. Oh, are you some sort of physio now? Because I tell you what, when I'm lying in bed and something touches my arm goes up. We're going to get into the science of body movements now. The clock needs to stop. Yes, the clock needs to stop. And I think we need to stop talking about it because, you know what? The last thing I want to do is get into arguments with Liverpool fans because I totally and utterly agree. If I was a Man United fan, I would be saying red and a penalty. It's like the Leeds Man City thing last year when the Leeds player got sent off. I said, look, if I'm a Man City fan, I'm saying a red card. But in the actual... For the betterment of the game, I don't think that's a red card. I don't. I understand why Liverpool fans think it is, but I don't think that's a red card. I think it's poor. Look at the Champions League fixtures, says Josh Reed. Yes, we were going to do look at that. Let's have a quick look. So the Champions League kicks off on the 14th of September. So once the international break is over, we get the first Premier League weekend, and then straight on the Tuesday, we go into Champions League football. Thank you. Barcelona play Bayern Munich on the Tuesday at 8 o'clock. Chelsea are playing Zenit at 8 o'clock as well. Manchester United play Young Boys at 17:45. So that's a weird kick-off time for United. On the Wednesday, Man City play Leipzig. Liverpool play AC Milan. Real Madrid play Inter Milan. So... Barcelona Bayern Munich is quite an interesting one. Anyway, players are out for the second half. Kovacic is coming on and Thiago Silva is coming on. He's made a double substitution here. This would be an absolute masterclass by Tuchel if he can get something out of this half now. Jorginho off and Havertz off. I think Craig's going to have a great weekend. I think it's going to be 2-1 to Liverpool. I just can't see how Chelsea can do this now. But the trouble with Anthony Taylor is I think he's a very arrogant man. I've seen him do bad decisions before and he just seems to stick with it. So I don't think he'll be looking to level it out. I'd love it to be a draw. No, Jorginho's still on. He's took Kante off. They got that wrong on the screen then. They definitely said Jorginho, didn't they? So it's Jorginho and Kovacic in the midfield with Mount and Aspilicueta's gone to right back. Lukaku will just play up front on his own. All right, I think we need to just talk about... I'm not going to talk about the red card again, so keep chatting away in the chat because I won't mention it. It's done. Whether you think... I've said what I've said. You've all said what you've said. Let's grow up and get on with the second half. 1-1, 45 minutes to go. Please subscribe, by the way. We've had another interesting half-time chat. This is what it's all about. That's football, entertainment. Please subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. We're only 20 away from 515,000 before the game. So make sure we get over that and subscribe. Get involved with the chat. You're all very, very welcome. This is the thing. You know, it's all about opinion. I enjoy it. I don't enjoy what this has done for the game. I think as an advert for the game, it's a shame because I thought both teams were equally matched. But it's defence against attack now, of course. But, you know, Tuchel knows how to defend, and so do Chelsea. So let's see how it goes. From a United point of view, a 1-1 draw wouldn't be terrible. I'd love a 1-1 draw, Red, but I think Liverpool will win it now. And Abhishek, thank you very much for the super chat. What do you think about Jorginho getting Ballon d'Or? I don't think he'll get it, Abhishek, to be honest. I don't think he will. Liverpool on the attack here. I've just seen that Ronaldo's not getting the number 7 and Cavani's getting it. I just think that's stupid. He is the number 7. He should get the number 7. It's just stupid. Absolutely stupid. I mean, you buy Ronaldo and you don't give him the number 7 shirt. What a fucking joke. He's CR7. He's iconic number 7 because of the years he spent at United. Give him the number 7 shirt, for God's sake. If Chelsea park the bus, right, Mark, 1-1 would be awesome, says Nico. People are saying it's the rules. You can beat those rules. You can get through those rules. What's my opinion on Lukaku, Roberto? Well, he's got a big opportunity here, Lukaku, to show us what he's all about because he's going to have to put a shift in second half. Oh, Jorginho there. He's been caught. And Salah. Rudiger does very, very well. I don't think it was a foul on Jorginho. The thing is, it wasn't a foul according to Anthony Taylor, but you never know. You never know. I don't mind it. The red card thing is not next to Liverpool. If you look next to Liverpool in the top left, that's red for Liverpool because in the bottom corner you've got white and blue for Chelsea. So that's nothing to do with the red card. I don't like these sort of games, you know, when one team's got a red. Go on then, Lukaku up against Van Dijk. He's going to struggle. Van Dijk has a good game. Liverpool win this game. Nice test for Van Dijk, though, coming back from that year out. You know, world's best centre-back, arguably, up against Lukaku. Physical, he'll love it. Good cross. Oh, it should have been 2-1. That's the first big chance for Liverpool. Cross came in. Jota heads it over the bar. Would have been an assist for Salah. I mean, I have got Salah as my captain in Fantasy Premier League, but I don't want Liverpool to win. It's just a bonus if they do. McNally with some fantastic insight here. He says Liverpool should be winning because Chelsea are down to 10 men. It's not always that simple. In fact, you know what? Here we go. Here's a bit of an experiment for you. I said this about Arsenal. I said, good shot by Van Dijk from distance. Trent keeps it in. Good cross. Oh, God, I thought Jota was going to turn that in. Now it's Salah in the box. Little dinky cross to the back post. Let it go. Let it go. I said this at lunchtime, didn't I? I think the thing that disappointed me the most about Arsenal is their players don't give a shit. And they basically down tools. Well, let's see what happens here. Chelsea are down to 10 men against Liverpool. Liverpool are a very good team. Are Chelsea going to get beat 5-1? Let's see. I don't think they will, because I think Chelsea are organised and determined. And I think Arsenal couldn't organise a bloody piss up in a brewery. Oh, Liverpool are swarming though. They are swarming, and you know what? Liverpool at Anfield, when they sense blood, can be very good. The Red G says you can't change numbers. You can change numbers. You can go to the Premier League and get special dispensation, or you can terminate Cavani's contract, which is a bit extreme, but you can go to the Premier League and get special dispensation. What if Cavani doesn't want to give the number up? I'm not buying my kids a Ronaldo shirt with bloody 77 on it. He's having 7 on it. It's going to be Ronaldo 7. Whether it's official or not, he's having number 7 on it. Simple as that. I'm not buying a Ronaldo shirt with some shitty number on it. It's getting number 7 on it. Chilwell's on the bench, bot. Good bit of a break. Kovacic into Lukaku. This is what Chelsea are going to have to do. Hit the brake all the time. Not the brakes. Hit on the brake. Robertson, take your time. Mason Mount. Have it scored and taken off. Obviously, that's down to yellow cards. Good cross. Oh, yeah, that offside there. What would have happened? Here's a question for you then. It's different at United because Ronaldo is intrinsically linked with the number 7 shirt. But if he'd gone to Man City, he wouldn't have got the number 7 shirt there, would he? What shirt would he have got at City? Who's the number 7 at City? Is it Sterling? I think they were going to sell Sterling, weren't they? Captain Birdseye, it was Reece James who got the red. Yeah, they were going to sell Sterling, weren't they? So he probably would have got the number 7 shirt. Good play by Mane. He just had Thiago Silva on toast there. Jorginho's looking a bit shaky today, says Matteo. He is actually, you're right. He is. But, you know, if you speak to any Chelsea fan, Jorginho is a bit of a divider sometimes because he can have the odd stinker. Robertson. Of course, Jota came on for Firmino, who got injured just before half time. Oh. Liverpool looking for another penalty and another handball here. What about 28 for Ronaldo, his original number, CR28? Oh, yeah, great. Sounds absolutely brilliant, doesn't it? 28. I ain't buying a shirt with 28 on it. I'm buying a shirt with number 7 on it. Well, good play here by Kovacic. He's gone long. Keeper ain't going to get that. Keeper's going to get that, actually. Greg says, are Chelsea playing for the draw? Well, what do you expect them to do? Down to 10 men.
Taylor there, only sending one of them off when they're all standing around him. Should have handed out at least 3 red cards there.
Mate, you can play this on your stream. I get why Liverpool think it's a red card and that, but you know what? You're very lucky it's Anthony Taylor because he hates Chelsea. I don't care anybody else when I look at you. I like that song. I'm not reading that. I'm not singing that line. If you know, you know. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right hand corner. Thanks everyone for tuning in. We're not, I'm not getting involved in the art. I'm not talking about it with the chat. Exclusively with Craig, I will talk about the red card, but not talking it with the chat. We've overdone it. It's just about how long Liverpool take to score here. Henderson. Oh, I thought he'd scored. What a hit by Henderson. How far away is this? That's a corner as well. God, it's bloody close. It's a hell of a hit that by Henderson. I think it comes off Lukaku's back. What am I drinking? Well, it's water. You're beautiful, it's true. I saw your face in a crowded place. And I don't know what... Oh, Jorginho's having a shit game. That's a terrible pass. Fabinho shoots. Good save by Mendy again. Jorginho's having a shit game today. He's really not doing well. Cross comes in. Good head away. Whoa, what a save! Oh my God. Mendy's man of the match at the moment now. Kante in the first half. And Mendy now. He's having an absolute brilliant game. Granted, all the shots from Liverpool have been long shots, but he's pulling off some big saves here at the moment. The Anfield Cop is roaring. I don't know whether it is actually. I can't hear. Yeah, if Liverpool win this, I'll go back to the fixtures for Liverpool. But if Liverpool win this, they've got a very, very, very good run of fixtures coming up. I mean, they've got a very good run of fixtures anyway. But let me tell you, if Liverpool were to win this game, they'd have a maximum 9 points. And then in September, they play Leeds, Palace, Brentford. Then they've got Man City at the start of October. So conceivably, Liverpool could have 18 out of 18 if they win this game. So it's a big, big result if Liverpool can find the win. Typically, Craig went with a 2-1 win to Liverpool. Oh, you can't be pissing. What's Kovacic? I tell you what, Chelsea's midfield, they don't know what to do they? I mean, there's not a lot of options, but you've got to hit it long. Just get it out. They can't get out here. Here's Elliott. Good play in the box. Ooh, he'll take the corner. He'll take the corner. Like the Dwarves of Moria. They can't get out. Chelsea, they can't get out. Mendy's played very well, Alfred. I agree. Good cross. Free header. Oh, another corner here. No, goal kick. Mendy's underrated. I don't know. I think he's well. I think Chelsea fans like. Here we go. Craig again.
Joking aside, Mark, all I can think of for the red card is that it was deemed a clear goal scoring opportunity. But even at that, I thought there was a double jeopardy rule or something. I've got to be honest, mate. I didn't initially even consider a red card, but it was a stonewall penalty.
Yeah, I concede that. I think the chat on over here would concede that as well. We all looked at it and thought, yeah, it's a penalty. You've got to be given a penalty for that. But I think the red card is just. And what pissed everybody off is that Anthony Taylor ran over, looked at a still image, and gave a red and a penalty. He didn't even watch it, which is that. I think that's what pissed everybody off. If he'd actually watched it and decided it's a penalty and a red, that's fine. But he actually looked at a still image and went, yeah, that's a penalty and a red card. There is context. Context is key. Mendy slipped, yeah, he did. Please subscribe, by the way, bottom right-hand corner. I must admit, it's an enjoyable game anyway. Mark, when's the next at home with Goldbridge? I might do one of those, Umo, actually. It was very of its time, wasn't it? Come on then. What's going to happen next? Still half an hour to go. It's defence against attack, but I'll repeat what I said though. Look at the effort and concentration from Chelsea players compared to what we saw against Arsenal. Like, Arsenal players just down tools, didn't they? Is there any way Chelsea could win? They have, the way they're set up, they are capable of doing something on the break. But it's very difficult. They're on the break at the moment. Here's Mount. Good play. Back post. Alonso. He's done well. Lukaku, what a block. Oh, I tell you what, that's what they can do on the break. That was good. Need a striker who can hold the ball up, Lukaku, says Jack Brown. That was good play by Chelsea on the break, and they do have that threat on the break. Yeah, United have got to win tomorrow. No Ronaldo. Hoping to see Varane. We've got to win. We've got to win, man. Got to win. I don't mind anybody else. When I think of you, I'm not singing the rest. This is the one. This is the one. This is the one. Oh, this is the one. This is the one I'm waiting for. This is the one. Oh, this is the one. Stone Roses are very good, you know. I prefer Oasis, which is a pain because they're Man City fans, but Stone Roses are good. They're bloody good, you know. I tell you what, I'd like to leave the country. I tell you what, though, I can't wait for FIFA 22. I can't wait. I mean, I'm doing a career mode on Twitch at the moment with Everton, but I can't wait for FIFA 22 career mode Man United. All I've got to do is buy a CDM. That's all I've got to do. Buy a CDM and it's game over. I remember why United sold Lukaku now. That first touch, says Duncan. I think Chelsea have played fantastically well with 10 men. Oh, Salah. It was nearly in. It's a goal kick. Mark, your singing is dreadful. I'm not a singer, HP Vids. Unlike Manny and Toby and KSI, I'm not looking to get in the top 40. I'd love to get in the top 40 with a Christmas song. But, yeah. This is the one. This is the one. Oh, this is the one I'm waiting for. Do, 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 do. Here's an interesting point. Somebody just said it wouldn't be fair to take the number 7 shirt from Cavani. You do realise that keeping a healthy team environment is important. Second time they tried to take the 7 from Cavani wouldn't break the dressing room. You know what? Look, this is my opinion. I couldn't give two shits. We're trying to build a winning mentality. Cristiano Ronaldo's on a different planet to Cavani. You know, it's like this reminds me of school sports day sometimes now, where they don't give out a badge for winning the race. It's like everyone, let's be nice to everyone. Let's be fair. Surely winning 5 Ballon d'Ors, numerous Champions Leagues and being one of the best world players ever in the world gives you the right to have the number 7 shirt. Yeah, I can't be doing with this. Oh, let's be nice to everybody. Let's be fair. I mean, in competitive sport, the hint is in the word competitive. I think Cristiano Ronaldo, who actually in a number 7 shirt for United has earned that shirt already, but has also earned it in relation to his talent. You know, some people are better than others. You know, is Jurgen Klopp going to bring on their third choice goalkeeper, to be fair? Or is he going to keep Alisson in goal because he's the best? You know. Love you, Mark. You're my idol, says We Primary 7. All right. Thanks, mate. Don't listen to him, Mark. Your singing is legendary, says Callum. I'm really enjoying the stream anyway, so I hope you all are as well. Thanks, everyone, for tuning in. I just love football. You know, I'm not even thinking about the red card anymore. I've got no... I'd rather Liverpool didn't win because they're our biggest rival. So I'd rather they didn't win, but I've thoroughly enjoyed the game. I have, and I've got no issue with Liverpool fans who are like, it's a red, it's a penalty. I'd do the same. Red tinted glasses, literally. But I'm past it now. Thiago's coming on. If I were a boy, which I am, even just for one day. Classic Beyonce. What's your favourite Beyonce song? What's the one where she's dressed up as a police officer? You must not know about me. You must not know about me. I can't remember how it goes. I quite like that one. I'm not a big fan of Beyonce, by the way. Halo. I tell you what, I can't stand Beyonce. What, if you like me, then you better put a ring on it. There's no ring going on your finger, marriage-wise or otherwise. I don't like that sort of thing. You're irreplaceable, you must not know. I do quite like that one as well. Beyonce Bridge. 20 minutes to go. To be fair, Liverpool have had their chances, but they haven't had that clear-cut chance. They will get the clear-cut chance. He's playing on. Oh, I do think he's playing to the crowd, Anthony Taylor. Nice ball into Lukaku. This is Lukaku's weakness on his own. Doesn't like being on his own. He's done well here, though. Mark, I'm thinking long game. Imagine Ronaldo staying at United in a coaching capacity with his winning and fitness capacity. I don't think he'll do that. I actually don't think Ronaldo's retiring at United. I think he will go and play in the MLS at 44 or something like that. I don't think this is Ronaldo's retirement club. I think he's got another, maybe 1 or 2 clubs in him, to be honest. I don't think he'll stop Ronaldo. I think he'll be playing for a long time. He could go to China at 44. You know, he could go to Qatar. He could go to the MLS. Are you looking forward to the Wolves game, Mark? I am. Yeah, I am, Callum, because I hopefully, you know, Ronaldo is an amazing signing. We have been spoilt this year in relation to the signings. They are fantastic. Sancho, Varane. It's all about Varane for me tomorrow. Can't wait. I want to see a more attacking United, because if you're going to get the best out of Ronaldo, you've got to attack. Jorginho again, look. He's playing hospital passes here. Mark, surely the Prem will work something out to give Ronaldo the number 7, says Nicola. Apparently not. Apparently not. Oh, bit of a chance here for Chelsea. Got a bit of possession in the final third. Alonso skips past. Does well. Here's Kovacic. Keep the ball. This is what Chelsea need to do. I've got to say, though, I'd expect this from Liverpool with 10 men as well. This is very impressive. If you know your football and you analyse your football, this is very impressive from Chelsea. And I'm not saying it's not impressive from Liverpool. I think Liverpool are doing very well. And I think Liverpool would do the same if they had 10 men. But this is what proper players do who play for the badge. They're down to 10 men, Chelsea. And at times, you can notice it because of the possession. But the organisation and the heart and the desire and the effort from the Chelsea players away from home against a very, very hungry Anfield crowd and a very good Liverpool side, they've played, nearly half an hour and they still haven't conceded. You don't get that from Arsenal. And I actually think Liverpool would do the same at Stamford Bridge. I think that this is about players that give a shit. This is about players that are focused and organised. And I think with Arsenal, we saw today the, lack of concentration, lack of effort. Obviously, some of it does come down to coaching, but I think you've got to have the players who've got the desire and heart to do it. And Chelsea have shown today they'll probably still lose the game, but they've not embarrassed themselves again. At Anfield against 11 when they're down to 10. You're going to have to give chances away because you can't mark everybody. What a cross. Good header by Aspilicueta on the back post. I personally think the problem is Cavani. I think Cavani won't give the shirt up. It's only an opinion, but I think Cavani won't give the shirt up. He strikes me as the sort of guy, and look, you've got to be selfish as a striker, but apparently Delo is not staying now. From Sky, that's a shame. Hopefully it's slow sport news. You must not know about me. You must... Mark, admit it, you're a Chelsea fan. Says, oh, God. I thought I was a Forest fan. I thought I was an Everton fan. I thought it was, I don't need to admit anything. I love football. Manchester United's my football club. And actually, my dad does support Chelsea. I will concede that. But I've never had any interest in Chelsea. I don't think I've ever been to a game at Stamford Bridge, actually. It's one of the few grounds I've not been to. So I'm a Burnley fan, actually. Yeah, I'm a big fan. He's a Burnley fan. Shut up. He's a Burnley fan. He loves wood. I don't. The only wood I like is my wood. Sing, and not in that way. I Want to Be Adored. I like that song. My favourite Stone Roses song. My favourite Oasis song, and I know Oasis like the back of my hand. I love Oasis. My favourite Oasis song is Let's All Make Believe, which you've got to be a proper Oasis fan to know that song. I love it. And my favourite Stone Roses song is a little bit, not one of the more obvious ones, is Made of Stone. I love Made of Stone by Stone Roses. Brilliant. Crossed by Salah. Cleared away by Chelsea, 76 minutes. I'd love this to be a draw. I'm not thinking it's going to be a draw yet, though. That's a foul on Jorginho. Dun, dun. Why support United if your dad supports Chelsea? Born in Nottingham. Granddad United fan. Mummy United fan. Dad a Chelsea fan. So, riddle me that. You can't choose your family, can you? So I don't know. I know why my granddad supports United. He was obsessed with the Busby Babes in the late 50s. But the reason I support United is because I used to come home from primary school and my mum and dad would be at work, so I used to get picked up by my gran. My granddad was a builder. Used to finish when it was like light, when it got dark, which in the winter is like 3:30, 4 o'clock. So we'd all sit and have tea together, and he used to be on the VHS with my uncle watching videos of Man United and this, that. I knew who Duncan Edwards was at about 7, and George Best and all these people. Champagne supernova for me, says Neil Jackson. And how's the fantasy team, Mark? I don't know what a good score is in Fantasy Premier League this week. I've got about 25 points at the moment. Salah's my captain, so yeah, I've got about 25 points. But I don't think that's great, is it? I have got Sancho in my team. I need to take him out, but I'm tempted to not take him out because I think he'll start tomorrow. Wonderwall is such an... Wonderwall's not a bad song for Oasis, but I don't actually like it because it's just so commercially... Everybody knows Wonderwall. It's like, I remember when I first moved to Ireland and I went to this party, and the girl I was with said, just be careful if you get into conversations about music, because these people are they play in bands and they know loads about music. And Pratt, I was getting very confident after a few beers, and they were like, do you like The Doors? And I went, yeah. And they were like, what songs do you like by The Doors? And I went, Break On Through to the Other Side. Anything else? No, that's about it. Because... Yeah, the most commercially successful Doors song, and the only song I probably knew. And that's what I feel about Oasis and Wonderwall. If you say you like Wonderwall, it's a bit like, well, everyone knows fucking Wonderwall. I lived in Ireland for 3 years, Nathan. I've mentioned it before. Loved it. That's where I met my wife. She's not Irish. But loved it. I need to go back to Ireland. I love it. Absolutely love it. Just not been there before. I've not been there for ages. Slow Sports News. Gary Neville. Sunshine, Gary Neville. I can't do Gary Neville. Gary Barlow. Absolute. I tell you what, Mark. Chelsea have been absolutely incredible. They deserve a point out of this, Mark. They do. They've defended with their hearts. Not like that shit Arsenal lot. They were absolutely wank, Mark. Absolutely disgusting. Absolutely rubbish. Trent. Shot. Blocked. I'm not doing an Old Firm watch-along, Jordan. I think you've got to be interested to do a watch-along. And I'm not interested. Gonna stamp out the fire. You can change your desire. Lovely run by Salah. He'll get a corner. Mark, just a thought, mate. How would they not allow changing of squad numbers when the transfer window isn't even over yet? Just asking because it's weird, says AJC. We don't know the truth behind this, to be honest with you. I don't actually. I'm just sort of trying to grasp something while I'm live here. Not like that. I tell you what I find unbelievable about Anthony Taylor as well is how he's not booked Fabinho. Like, here's Lukaku, tackles himself. Can you remember that Stone Roses song, Fool's Gold, on FIFA? What year was that then? I tell you what, it's going to be very interesting. I'll talk about this on the 8 o'clock show. There's no way Dortmund are going to sign Diego Dalot. He's staying at Manchester United. That's from Romano, and now they're saying that he is. There's Alonso. He'll keep it in. Into the last 10 minutes here. Kovacic. Can they work a shot here? Chelsea. Oh, that's very good by Thiago. It's very strong by Mason Mount as well. Done very well there, Chelsea. If they can get a draw out of this, it'd be a fantastic draw. Rudiger does well. Jorginho. Oh, he's another bad ball by Jorginho. Kovacic does well. Trent. I'll tell you what, to be honest, I've got to say, I don't know how long half it's been for Chelsea fans, but for me, to watching this game, the second half has flown by, which I can't believe there's less than 10 minutes to go. It's absolutely flown by. I mean, normally when you've only got 10 men, it's a long half, but it has gone very, very quick, hasn't it? My favourite Stone Roses song is Love Spreads, says James Bricknell. It does. Yeah, Chelsea just need to keep these concentrations levels up now, because Liverpool have not been able to force the issue the way they would have wanted, and that's a big testament to Chelsea, really. Lukaku, nice ball into Kovacic. Good first touch, good shot, good save, Alisson. Didn't really hit it as well as he will. Thoughts on Rocking Chair by Oasis? It's a tune. Listen Up as well. Those three are always consistently in my top 5. Rocking Chair, Listen Up, and Let's All Make Believe. Jota does well. Salah. Oh, what's he doing? Salah there. He's got the shot off and he's passed it back to the keeper. What's he doing? He doesn't know what he's doing. He's got caught in two minds. Someone's going to win this. Is Spurs the best? I'd be very happy with a draw as a United fan, but I do agree with you. The momentum is swinging in the last 5 minutes here. Chelsea are getting a little bit worried here. Fabinho definitely should have been booked in the second half. Yeah, I agree. Make sure you subscribe, by the way. Bottom right-hand corner. You're very welcome. The channel for everybody. That's football. Do you still think Lukaku will be top scorer or maybe Ronaldo, says Callum? Well, the race is on. I mean, I predicted Ronaldo. I predicted Lukaku. I didn't know Ronaldo was coming to the Premier. I must admit, if I was doing my Premier League predictions again and I knew Ronaldo was going to Man City, I would have predicted Ronaldo. At United, I probably will predict Ronaldo, yeah. But I didn't know that Ronaldo was coming to the Premier League, so I've got to stick with Lukaku. If Ronaldo had gone to Man City, I think he would have won the Golden Boot because you know how many chances he's going to get there. At United, we've got to change the way we play. Chalobah's coming on here for Chelsea, for Jorginho. Imagine Dragons. Apparently, I look like the lead singer of the Imagine Dragons. I don't even know any of the songs. Thoughts on Basuma? Still believe he's better than what we have in that position, says Titus. Mate, I'd love Man United to buy a holding midfielder, but at the moment, it looks like we're back in for Trippier again. It's just weird. It's weird how we've got money to buy Trippier, but we haven't got the incentive to go and get a midfielder. It's just weird. We're going to have to spend money to get Trippier because we're not getting money for Delo. So just weird how we think we're good enough in the midfield. Lindelof as a CDM. Wash him out. Wash him out. Jorginho's not had a good game for Chelsea today. Normally, he obviously does. Look at him in the Euros as well. Lovely play. Kovacic has done a very good job since he's come off, considering Kante went off probably because of injury. Because for me, I thought Kante was probably the best player in the first half. But I've got to just be careful here. I've got to be very careful here, Chelsea. I do feel that Liverpool haven't had that clear-cut chance. And you think against 10 men, you normally do. Oh, how did that not drop? Dum 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 dum. Yeah, there is a show on the United Stand tonight, just after 8 o'clock. Yes, tune in. We'll be talking about Ronaldo not getting the number 7 shirt. We'll be talking about Delo not getting, apparently staying and now not staying, which is disappointing because when Romano's tweet was, let's have a look at Romano's tweet about Delo. I'll be talking about this later on the United Stand anyway, but what he said about Delo, if you're interested, who is a right back that I actually want to stay and a lot of United fans want to stay. No way for Dortmund to sign Diego Delo. He stays at Manchester United. That situation could change. I mean, you know, it's difficult because things will change. I don't think you can say never. Last couple of minutes here. Free corner for Liverpool. They're good in the air. It's a high one. Ooh, is it a goal kick or a corner? He's given a corner. Mendy tipped it over. Joshy says, I think Liverpool will score in the last minute. If Liverpool do score in the last minute, you've got to be considering Liverpool for the title because it's the sort of thing they were doing when they were title contenders, finding ways of winning games late on. Oh, Thomas Tuchel fits Chelsea like a glove, doesn't he? Alisson header. Yeah, he's not going to come up for this. It's not that sort of a game. There's only 3 minutes been added on. Headed away by Thiago Silva. And Anthony Taylor gives a free kick to Chelsea. Couple of minutes to go. Do you think they're going to do it? Well, here's Liverpool on the attack. Jota. Oh, Mane. Thiago. Salah. They've got to clear that. Cross comes in. Onto the roof of the net. Still a minute and a half to go. Still time. Klopp knows that 45 minutes against Chelsea. And I've got to say, there's a couple of Chelsea players go down with cramp now. I've got to say that if, and it's still a big if Chelsea get this result, I would say, I think anybody watching this would say, thoroughly well done. Because I don't think that, it doesn't matter whether you're Man City, Chelsea, anybody, you wouldn't have thought that Chelsea would be able to keep it to 1-1. And I'll be very happy with a 1-1. As a United fan, I'll be over the bloody moon with a 1-1. But it's a fantastic effort from Chelsea if they get it. Still time for Liverpool. But even if Liverpool win it, it's still it'd be very harsh on Chelsea if they didn't get it. But they've worked so hard. And they've been well organised. They've played for each other. And I don't think Liverpool have done anything wrong. I don't think Liverpool fans... I think Liverpool fans will be very frustrated. But I don't think Liverpool have done anything wrong. They've moved the ball quickly. I just think Chelsea have been very, very good. And, their players have worked extremely hard. And I don't think... You can't say that Liverpool... It's disappointing. You'd think 45 minutes against 10 men in a massive game, you'd find a way of winning it. But I don't really think Chelsea or Liverpool have done anything wrong. I think Chelsea have worked, as I said, worked very, very, very hard. And it's another corner here late on. You know what's going to happen now. You know what's going to happen now. They've had so many corners, Liverpool, and they've actually not really done anything with them. So, let's see. This for the game. Liverpool, cross, headed away, Thiago Silva. And that's the draw. Absolutely fantastic by Chelsea. Superb. Absolutely superb. Got to give them the credit. They thoroughly deserved it. And... they go to hug. They know they've worked really hard. That for Chelsea, in some ways, is better than winning 2-1 because they've gone to Anfield. They've been a bit unlucky with a red card, but they've played 45 minutes against a very good Liverpool side. They've shut them down. They've worked really hard, and they've got a point. And that's massive for Chelsea. Absolutely massive. And as I said, I can't criticise Liverpool. I don't think Liverpool have done anything wrong. They tried to move the ball. They tried to break them down. They had a few shots. Mendy played quite well. I think the draw's the right result. I really do. And I don't think if the red card hadn't happened, it might have helped Liverpool. The funny thing is, I think Jurgen Klopp will probably say at the end, he might not say it publicly, but Liverpool might have won that game 11 against 11. But when it becomes 10 against 11, Chelsea are going to play a certain way, aren't they? And that's what they did. And Liverpool couldn't get any luck out of it. And Chelsea did. I don't think Chelsea were lucky either. I just thought they're fantastic the way they worked. And, that's the way it goes. It let the Liverpool fans sit down and swivel on their poles, says Deepak. And Jorginho is worth still better than Matic, Fred and McTominay. Oh, yeah, 100% Titus, 100%. Look, thanks everyone for tuning in. Really, really enjoyed that stream. I like the half-5 kickoffs. And, I thought the first half was very, very good. Second half, I don't really like 10 men against 11 in any game. But the contrast between how Chelsea did and Arsenal did, and people want to say it's about the managers, I think that's about players. The Chelsea players were focused, driven and concentrated. The Arsenal players couldn't give a shit. And that's the difference for me. Yeah, of course, manager tactics make a difference, but you've still got to have players, 10 players that are going to work hard for each other. Arsenal don't have that. Thanks everyone for watching. I'm on the United stand just after 8 o'clock. I'll see you on there. Thanks everyone for watching. I'll speak to you in a bit. Make sure you subscribe on your way out. And please do watch Driving with Goldbridge. If you get half an hour tonight, get on YouTube, Driving with Goldbridge. Search it, watch it. You'll love it.